Check. Minute 27 seconds to go. And I'll do more of a better job to balance the audio of the stream, because it was a big issue. So I'm going to keep an eye on the decibel range for that. It's still loud now, but that's just because we're still on the countdown, so I'm going to shut up. Oh, I'm overexposed now, and we're playing copyrighted music. Let's switch on over. Okay, so this should be at negative 30 decibels, so it's a lot easier to hear. I'm gonna fix my exposure issue here. I think it's because I accidentally opened the Logitech program again. Let's see, -5, and then turn the gain down. I think that's how I look better. Still a little blurry, but that's fine. Alright, so we are streaming again. I have a lot of work to try and cram into maybe about 2 hours. So I'm going to try and tell the premise of what I want to try to do within these 2 hours. The first thing will be is to make the separate textures for Link's other two models, so this shouldn't take too long. I'm already kind of working on it right now. The stream countdown happened, but I've got to make the blue and the red colors. I'm just having problems getting the entire range of green selected, so I want to get that done. I need to get the skeleton from the squid model, because there's the Inkling boy and then there's the squid model. They both have different skeletons. I need to rip the skeleton for the squid model and try and retrofit it into Link's current model, so I can figure out how to transition them into his own models, just so it looks seamless. It's really stupid, and hopefully things actually pan out quite okay. A lot of it will be weird scaling and movement, because if we go to the files here in a minute when I'm done explaining, the center part to where the squid loads in and the center part to where the Inkling is way off, and we have to figure out a way to align them, and making that the exact same model is going to be quite a interesting trial and error once I get to the part where we start testing them in game. But speaking of testing them in game, we're gonna see how big he actually loads in, because I tried to scale him off Ganondorf, and Ganondorf's still a pretty large character. So even in the thumbnail, Link is he doesn't fit the speed bike very well, so I may have to scale him down, and I might have to fix one of the skeletons, because obviously he'll scale with one of the skeletons, and then I'm going to have to adjust the other one to like align with it, which is going to be a pain in the butt. So I may export him as his current size, see what he looks like with the Inklings animations, and he'll look all distorted, and that's to be expected. But we'll see how big he loads in the cart, because then we can go off there and see how big we should make him. So we're gonna go deal with that right now. Let me find the right button. Oh, there's nothing here. So first thing first, let's mess with the textures. So you think it'd be a simple thing for me to do where I just select this and like hue saturate the green, but I'm having issues not touching the belts. So I had an attempt earlier and I missed like 3 pixels that didn't turn green to red, and that was annoying. So let's just see what it looks like if I just do it this. Like, what does the belt turn into? Yeah, the belt changes color too. We don't want that. So I wonder if it would be better for me to just unselect anything that isn't green. Here. I know there's people who are way better at Photoshop have like a less meticulous way to get this solved. But I'm still amateurish. I know how to do certain things, but the thing about selecting color range looked like it didn't work very well because it made the image like transparent, and it was not working how I wanted it to. So hopefully these blacks around the belts stay that color, and when I hue saturate it, it should change to the color I want it to. So let's... It's still kind of green there. What the heck is wrong with that? Should I colorize it maybe? Okay, so it's colorized, and then I can make it... It is a deep red, just like that. So then when I hit Control D, see, there's that little bit of green. I guess that's not noticeable in-game, really. Maybe I should just deal with it. So I will make a duplicate and export this one as red. And I might need to shrink it anyway, because it needs to be shrinked twice for, I can't think of the word right now. I might need more caffeine. It needs to be shrinked twice because of the squid model and then the inkling model. Because, yes, I'm going to have 2 versions of the same textures, which pretty much just bloat file size. Unless I can tell in Switch Toolbox to pull a different texture. I don't know if it would let me do that without the game crashing. So I was just going to go the same route as putting the same data over it, since it has to search for it anyway. So let's see, where am I going here? I need to go to OOT Link. I can't remember. This shouldn't be it. So combine textures. We want alb green, alb red, and these should be the higher resolution ones, and I will shrink them as necessary. So now let's work on changing it to blue. Go to colorize, saturation. That looks spot on. It's like those hue saturation games me and my wife play. Or I'm built for this. So now we have the blue one. So now we just call it alb blue. I think we're done with that. So the best way to see that is if he looks good. Oh my gosh, he has no face. That's fine. If he looks good with the swap textures. We're gonna go to the shading tab, go over to Link. Why is this so zoomed away? There we go. Go over to his tunic texture, which should be this one. He has a body map? I do not remember making this. I wonder where that came from. But we'll swap it out. So there's blue. So that's what it looks like when he loads blue. Sometimes I wish I guess I could do that. I could change this to a 3D viewport. I don't really need that file explorer anyway. I just need to get rid of all the bones and bloat. There we go. So just get a better preview without all the names and stuff in the way. Because we still need that information. I just need to see a copy where he's not like that. So now, if we get him to go back to the T-pose, which I don't think is working right now. Here. You can see a seam. I don't know if that's intentional or not, if there's a seam on the texture. Huh. Let me look at the UV map real quick. This is like perfect, like I'm hacking into the mainframe. Because I can't remember if I just tell... if the same trick will work if I hit mirror. No, the seam just seems to be very apparent. And I maybe never noticed it when it was green. Let me look. No, it kind of was. And red. But he gives off an impression. I just might need to fix his textures a little bit later. So if we just select by the islands here. Oh, not the belt. We don't need the belt. The belt's its own color. There we go. So that should just almost... Where's his shoulder? I'm missing the other shoulder. These are his shoulders, so I just need to hover over it twice, don't I? I just don't have the tools. Where's my select box? There it is. Boom. So, oh, he's gone. There we go. I wonder if I need to shift it like that. Oh no. Okay, I wonder... I kind of hate that it shows it selected here. I want to be able to edit it without having to... It looks like I need to shrink it a little bit and move it over. No? Because everything looks off, and I know I had to fuse... Not to fuse, I had to like combine several maps at once. This looks like it didn't scale 1-to-1. Which may create future problems. So let's see, 0.95, no, 99. No, scale, x-axis 0.97. Move it over. Everything still looks off. It almost needs like... I almost need to see if I need to rip the... Load in the old model and see what it looks like. I'm already getting sidetracked, but... Sometimes I'm a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff, so... That's loud. Let's see, we're still at -30 and it's still loud as all heck. Here, I'm gonna make... There. It should be way more, palatable. And now I need to remember where I even saved the old ripped model, because... I haven't done this in so long. I was just working off one that I already ripped. So I'm gonna go to my files really quick. Which should be on my other screen. Let's go to... 3D models. OOT 3D ZARs. No. Ripped models. OOT. 3DS OOT. Adult Link. This one's from 2023. I ripped them that long ago. Oh, this is... That's not 3DS OOT. 3DS OOT. I did download Adult Link in 2025. Oh, look, they have them right here. I could have just repackaged the AI upscaled models, I guess, with these. So, I wonder how close I was to them. AI upscaled versions. I even have them. I could have I could have just gone to here, click and dragged it over, and then just replaced it. Well, maybe it's not scaling right. Interesting. Maybe is that why it's not loading right? Oh, maybe it's not right because I did have to package all this into one texture. Because Link loaded several textures in, but Mario Kart 8 will only use one map. And that's what I did. So there's V2. I can't remember what's different across all these versions also. Other than maybe the size? I'm guessing V3 is the most efficient version, but... It's been so long. So, This looks like it scales up like that wrong. Anyway, we're sidetracking our sidetrack, so let's go back to no texture mirroring. .obj. What does that even mean? What did I name? I'm pretty sure I named it that. Adult Link DAE. Let's load it in. I'm pretty sure he'll load with all of his oh my gosh. What's his scaling here? Oh, select all, 0.1. There he is. I just wanted to see the tunic in the way it was UV mapped. I guess it does do it by texture. So we go back to our version, which I may have to get rid of that. There we go. Flip-flop setting for now. And just to see where these all land. So it looks like it's directly in the center. And these are all crooked. Oh wait, no they're not. It looks like they're off by about 1 pixel. Is this me after me fixing them? No, the belt's all crooked too. Where's the belt? Where's the belt UV map? I can't find it. Ugh. This isn't good. Of course, that could be using a completely different texture because it has nothing to do with this part of Link. So let's pick this. Ah! That's over here. And that's why it's clipping past. I would argue some of this may still be off by a little bit then. So I'm going to pick this and shift it over. Why is it doing the mirroring? It doesn't do that with this model. And I'm wondering why I decided to say mirroring. Okay, I'm going to go back to this model, get rid of it, start a brand new Blender file, and import the other named one. Adult Link no texture mirroring. So get rid of these, drag it, import it in, scale 0.1, scale down further so we can see what the heck's going on. No texture mirroring. And then go back to the UV. No texture mirroring. It looks the same. I can't tell what was different here. The best way to really try is to import both of them. Let's see what's different. I don't see a difference. Was I supposed to export this as something that doesn't mirror? Or is this the one I downloaded? This only seems to... I have either I did or the person who ripped this is confusing me with these file names. AI upscaled versions. Obviously I've messed with the files. I think these were me. If these are in 2024, back then we didn't have the access to the file on Models Resource. So this was my fault. May 8th, 2024. Yeah, this was me. Okay, so I did something dumb 2 years ago. My watch is almost charged. But we need to figure out why he's mirroring stupidly in this version. So... do I move him up and down? And is it mirroring? It's only mirroring on the tunic and his skin, as far as I know. It could be the lighting of this too. Let's do texture with no specular. Where's the no specular button? Oh, that is no specular. Okay. Then where is this lighting coming from? Cavity, maybe? No. It's funny, the lack of lighting almost gives him like a melee vibe here, but it looks like the mirroring is a lot less present here than it is. No, it looks fine now. Maybe it was just the lighting. We had this like, oh, nope, there we go. So the lack of lighting is the reason why it doesn't look so apparent. Is it because he's not set to shade smooth? No. So I'd say, I would argue there's still a problem here. So where does that edge kick in? Right there, and then it mirrors. So just everything on this green texture doesn't mirror correctly. So I need to double check on the other model. Where does that go up here? Oh, this on. Because look, there's some like, this is where they fake the shadowing. I'm pointing at the screen like you're right in front of me. So I'm going to use my arrow right here. The angle at the 45-degree angle of that triangle. And then the shading right here versus my version, which is shifted off. So it looks like these guys are off by a little bit. Let me see if I can do this real quick. They are in there, and they aren't. So they just scaled? Are they scaled too wide? Is that the problem? Or is just the way it's pulled up is a little more pronounced? No, it's off. I don't like that I did this. His face texture is fine. There's no seam there. It's his neck. Is it his neck? His neck, his entire body pretty much has a seam issue. And it's just so apparent. That's why I wanted to fix it. Okay, where's his hat? Is this his hat? This looks like his hat. So the top right here is where I want to start fixing it. Where he mirrors the texture. And that's right here. So now we'll select the island and shift. Whoa, I completely destroyed it. L. Oh no. Do I have other... I'm touching other parts of like his hair and stuff. Let's change it to faces. Island on the faces. Okay. So now I'll shift it over a little bit. Or are they perfectly aligned? It's not maybe where they are, it's where they're aligned? Let me go back to shading. So we have it set to repeat. What does extend to do? Nothing. Clip, nothing. Mirror, nothing. So it's not to deal with that. Linear. Oh, is it the normal mapping? I can't remember what I used to make this, but I'm going to go to the NVIDIA tools this time and see. Because technically Mario Kart 8 supports normal maps. I don't need them, but they enhance the lighting when they get hit with light on the stage. So it's good to have something. Even Ingo, back when I used Materialize and he had crappy normal mapping, it helped him look like he fit into the level better. So I need to see if I can do that with this. So let's go to the actual textures, which is over here. Whoa, not that one. We want combined textures, alb green. Whoosh. And then we turn it into normal map. But it might be mirroring funny because of the way this is tangented. Object space, tangent space. And then normal map settings. That's what we want. Average RGB. Use the averages of the red as the height map. Max RGB, which makes it pronounced. Screen RGB. Red, green, blue. Uses the blue channel. No, we want average. We don't need mip maps. Not yet. I think Switch Toolbox has a self-generating mip map. So we don't really care. This one does look very similar to the other one, though. So I will be... That is a completely different project. Back to OOT Link. Combine textures. So Alba normal. Alba normal. V2. See if this changes anything. I like how we figured out it was the normal map, though. So, oh, and the other reason why it's not working right is I didn't tell it non-color data. So we'll update to the newer one. Barely anything changed. We'll plug it back in. It'll error. And then we'll click non-color. So I was freaking out for nothing. Figured it out, though. So we don't need you anymore. The reason why you never had the seam issue is because you never had normal mapping. And now we can overlay textures. So I'm happy with the versions I made. They may work better in the long run, and they're already made, and I won't have to adjust textures to them. So I may keep this as is. The only thing we're going to have to maybe change is the specular map. If I remember correctly, Switch Toolbox lets us see the specular map, and we want reflection and sheen on the metal sword. Bruh, indeed. The Master Sword, and maybe the shield a little bit. Let me see if I made one. No, I did not. I don't even remember how to make one, so... Let me see. Because we just want the specular map to be on a couple of things, and then we'll black or white out, or whatever we need to make it. So I may look up a tutorial or just use this program. We want this. So this makes a height map. We need the height map to generate the normal map. We need the normal map, which I'll do smooth. This is the one that looked really bad. I don't like this one. We need a metallic map. So we'll set the metallic map. We'll get rid of the height map. We'll probably keep the normal map just to help simulate. So now, no, we need the metals right there to be pronounced. Sometimes it's better to just work off the one texture and maybe overlay it, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is what we were working with. Let's preview, create, reveal slider. Oh, here we go. So we want blur size. Blur helps it stay smooth and not so pixel shaded. High pass overlay. Ooh. We want lighter colors, I believe, to be shinier. Let's preview it. Full material. It just makes it look plasticky. I may look this up really quickly. So, metallic map. Blender. No. Blender. Obviously, we don't need it to see it shown like this in real time in here, but we need some way to show maybe what the sword will look like. By the way, the sword is here. We just have it scaled down to nothing. Oh no, the UVs are destroyed again. Uno momento. It does look kind of cool. It looks like some weird, cool N64 sword. But, we don't want that to do that. Oh, not his arm. That should be just the sword. We need to shift that over. Yeah, everything got shifted. Because even these parts of the textures, which I have no idea where they are. Some of these are in the wrong place very badly. Because the shield is off. When did this happen? When did I do this? How did I not notice this earlier? What did I do to screw this up? I am now angry at myself. Okay. Shield's fixed in air quotes. Now the sword needs to be fixed. His gauntlet looks off. We'll shift that over like that. His gauntlets, they look off. They might not actually be off. Why did I load that up? No. The boots look fine. The belt looks fine. Sheath needs to be moved over a little bit more. His hair looks like it's shifted. But it looks okay. No, there's bleed over. Yep. What did I do to him? Oh no, it didn't even select all the hair. Seems to be fixed. What else is overlapping? I think this is just scaled wrong. All this. Which is why he has that weird gauntlet. Well, here, let's stay wide first and then just shift it over. So once his fingernails start showing up at the end, then it looks fine. I think that looks good. And probably his other side looks good as well. Okay, and then his gauntlets look okay. His tunic isn't overlapping much. Passable. No? What about here? Like I was talking about earlier. That's a big seam. It's very prominent in this. I don't know if that's supposed to be like, it looks off, but not. I'm gonna press L on the entire island here and shift it over. Okay, I need to go look at the other model again, which we closed. What did I do? I'm so mad I did this. This might have accidentally been happening when I first messed with it, and now it's completely screwed. So open up Blender, go find the old files, which I got rid of because I'm dumb. So look for them again. 3D models, ripped models, OOT, 3DS, OOT, Adult Link, adultlink.dae. Scaled 0.01. UV edit. Look at them. Bring up the other file. Oh yeah, I think it's just scaled wrong. Like that too, so let's shrink it. No, what'd I do? It just shifted again. Shrink a little bit, and then shift. But how much overlap is over on the right? All the way over there, so obviously needs to be. Why is it magneting? Maybe that's why I got screwed up earlier. So we want it to be this way, but also wide, so that's too wide, too skinny. Something's off if I can't get it over here, but I can't get this over there. Let me back up a couple steps here. Go back to where we started. Shifted this way. how much over. So that looks accurate, but then we need this to be like 1 pixel all the way over there. And then wide, and then nope, there's overlap. It can't be the full thing. Are these 2 separate islands? No, they're not. Maybe it's just this one then. It's not the same. Oh, LL. So it needs to be. I'm having issues. This is a disaster. And what's the middle thing look like? The middle thing is all shifted off too. This thing? All off. All off. Because look, that's the darkness. And it has a little bit of light showing, so it goes like right there. I actually wonder if there's a way for me to copy this layout. Can I copy UV map layout? I don't know how to do it, but I do. It's bizarre because I can make it where I import the other link model in and tell this thing to copy this thing's UV map, and then I can probably just shift it over and scale it again. But I'd have to completely section off this as a separate model temporarily. So I'm going to save and then separate selection. Copy this. Paste it. Oh, I'm in edit mode. So now we go this one, hit Control L. Copy UV maps. Loops for 380 set faces. What? Look at some statistics really quickly. 469 triangles, 387. This has the hat though with it. Okay, so then should I take the hat model and separate that as well? Okay, so it's just this. Oh, there's also the clipping for under here that I edited. Like, this is the unedited, that is the edited. But I just need copy UV maps. Here, did we do that? Phew. And then for this, it's copied, and then I scale it. Scale it. Here, maybe it might be better for my brain, because this texture is 512 by 512, but the original one, which should be this one, is 128 by 128. So let's do some calculations here. 128 times, I think that's 4 times? So then if we just do scale divided by 4. No. Scale divided by 2. What is going on here? No. It's so much smaller. It doesn't do a 1-to-1 scale because obviously it's probably only 2 times as big because it's 4 128s. So divided by 2. It's off. Why is it off? Nice. Because if we go to the original, it's 512 by 512. I think I see it. This might be a... I don't want to say corrupted, but it's a misplaced texture. From what I see, if everything scales correctly, this might be on my side. Look where my finger is on the stream. That little black void is supposed to be where these two textures link to it. Which means maybe my entire image was shifted off by just a couple of pixels to where this clipped over and caused issues. So let's go back to Photoshop and see if that's the reason why. So I'm going to create a new image. We'll make it 512 by 512 and start importing all the old textures back on. This one was... Oh, those are the combined ones. Where's the other one from? This one. That's... Why does it say 128 by 128? There's no way that's 128. This looks like it's a 64 by 64. Reveal... No. Trim transparent pixels. What is this? 96 by 96. Did it not scale right? My entire computer's falling apart. So, we had... How do we tell this not to scale anything? I might have to open these individually and copy them over so they don't scale wrong. Let's get rid of these. So yeah, what is this one then? Yeah, 512 by 512. And then this is 512 by 512. So let's take the texture. By 128. We can take this file. This is the non-upscaled one, so I'm expecting this to still be... I need to scale it twice. 2 times. But we're making... Actually, we need to make the two... It's probably 256 by 256 then. Oh, it's not linked. It's not linked! Shut up, Donkey Kong! Why do we even have that song on here? Now we're doing the wrong again. We need to take this image, copy it, paste it, that corner. We need Link's entire face, which... Did I mirror it? No. It's just this texture. So, put that in, copy. That's just my thumbnail, don't mind that. Paste. Like that. Link's hair. Copy. I gotta name these things. Paste. Here, I believe. And then we did the Master Sword hilt. Oh, it's trying to connect to a VPN file I do not have enabled right now. There we go. Oh. Where is it? I want to copy and paste it in there. Jeez Louise. Okay. See, that's perfectly aligned. And then we go to here, it's shifted off by just a couple of pixels. That's my theory. So then I also was able to cram his finger textures. So let's go finger textures. Copy. Paste, and then I rotated it 90 degrees. Should fit in there perfectly. I think that's what I did wrong. So, but I can't remember if I packed them all together and then AI upscaled them. I don't think so. I think I AI upscaled them and then packed them together. So, which may be wrong because this is the 384 by 384, which looks so much cleaner. But if we were to make this in a 512 by 512, it'd be scaled wrong. Of course, this could be an outdated version because V3 is slightly shrunk to 256 by 256. So yeah, I'm using the wrong size, the wrong texture here, and I can't delete it because there's only one layer. So I'm going to start closing the outdated. We still need you open for bad reference reasons. Let's just close everything to the right. Oh, you can't do that. This is an opera.
Bruh.
No. Closing. No. No. I think that is... So this is the 512 by 512? Yes. Now we get to rebuild it from the ground up. I think I'll do the green one. No, then I can actually make these correct, because I do have all three of the versions. Sweeto burrito! This all may work out in the end. Stretch. Get some drink. Okay. So next is the hair, I believe. And then... the fingers... and then the Master Sword hilt, and then his half of his face. I don't know why I'm even putting the face there, honestly. It's his own separate texture, but it's just part of the atlas. I think it's his belts. His boots and belts. This should be down here. And then... oh, no, we rotate this 90 degrees. So we can cram... where's the hilt? Or not the hilt, it's the sword holder. Right here. And then what's the last texture? Nothing? Okay, let me undo all this really quickly. How far can I get to undoing this? Because the only ones that are gonna be off is the hilt, the hair, and here. Which I have already done several times because I thought the sword was perfect from the get-go. But I guess black is... I don't need anything there? So... No. I'm trying to make it black. There we go. That's the fixed, in air quotes, version. There we go. So this may be the new version. So now we have... here, I might save it as a PSD this time. Texture combined. Because then we can make sure we have... oh, we don't need you anymore. Well, no, we might, actually. I just want to make sure I got the green one. And the red one. There. So now I just disable that and it changes color. So now we can make new ones. Because apparently our combined one was messed up. So now we go back to the other folder. Which would be this one. Double check them. They're all shifted. Even the green one. Yep. I do not know how I didn't catch that ages ago. So, these are outdated. I won't delete them, I'll just call them outdated. Outdated textures. I'm going to take these, put them there, and then I'll just replace these as necessary. So now we're going to do the green one first. Hit File, Export. Alp Green. Yes. And then when we look at Al Green... What? Oh, is that the updated one? Yes, it is. Okay. And then... we want Al Red. Al 1 Red. I guess I could update. I think it's compressing it. That's why it takes a second. I should do this by date modified. There we go. And then we want the blue one. Export, export as. Oh, one blue. Now it's doing its thing. And now these should all be fixed. Then we go back into here and tell it. I don't like it when it does that. I don't know what turns off. Sometimes it's the Stream Deck, sometimes it's my USBs, which scare the crap out of me while I'm working on them. Oh, I think my watch is done charging. I'm going to put that on. There we go. Now I feel normal. Ah! Mostly normal. And then we tell this to reload the texture. We'll do album 1 green. Yep, the hair's all re-messed up because I screwed it up. So now we get to shift everything back into place. I wonder if all of it's just shifted, because then I might be able to just bulk fix it all. No, I think this is okay. It's everything on the top half. All this. Just... hair's almost fixed. Hair's too... oh yeah, it's pre-shifted, so I need to reshift it even more. Let's go back to this really quickly. This has lighting in here that is adding bias towards the lighting. I think he's officially fixed. This still doesn't look correct. Where his shoulder meets. But I will have to look at the unedited version here really quickly to see if it does that too. It does not. It does it probably near the bottom, if I were to guess. So up here is still like that. Clipping wrong right here. Which aligns. So now we can actually move these guys back. I'm pretty sure there's no scaling needed. Or maybe some. Like that. I think we may be actually fixed now. Or fixed enough. So let's look at his shoulder. Your shoulders. It shifted over just a smidge. No. Oh, it's not doing both of them. No, I want to do both of them. Oh, the hair's still clipping over. Oh no, the hair's only somewhat. What is happening? Every time I select more stuff gets destroyed. So this selected both hairs. This one's now doubling wrong. So let's pick this one. No, this one. Selecting the right one. This one, which is by itself. What? Bruh. Where is it selecting it? Oh, it's, okay, near that. Maybe it has to do that? I just figured they'd all be the same. I can't verify that now. So, link that together. And, oh. Let's see. Let me turn on the magnetic thingy. Now they're realigned, but they're still misaligned. So now I can select both of them. If the stupid blender would let me, and then we shift it. Oh, I'm still missing a face. There we go. Shift it over a little bit so it's not clipping past it. Yeah, I somehow did that and I don't know how. So let's take this one and just shift it to there. His hair is still looking snazzy. No overlap, except on the gauntlets are still doing their screwed up thing. We just move it over to the fingers. Or fingering.
Nice.
I think that's good. Master Sword looks like they're in the spots they're supposed to be, or at least believable enough. This is my only concern right here. I don't like how it's doing that, because I think on this one it's... Well, the texture's low enough to where it may not be noticeable, so what I'm going to do really quickly is load the AI upscaled version and see if it's noticeable. It doesn't look like it. So if we go to... Oh my god, where's the other blender? There it is. This is doing something. Oh, there we go. So it may be scaled. It might need to be shifted downward, maybe. That's what we need to do. So I'm going to select both sides. Shift downward just a smidge. And now it's fixed. Do I have to do that with this thing too? Hold on. I'm going to go with no. Or maybe. Because it overlaps right here. But it could be... Okay, let's turn on the double-y thing. So... The only reason why we might get that overlap is because there's two of them. There's this face, so... But I think the other one just does blanket shadowing, which could be... I have no idea where, apparently over there. And that's maybe why it doesn't look so good. So... Here overlaps a little bit, and I don't... Can I just select the ones that clip under? Delete, just so I can see what I'm doing here. So this has that folding. It gives it invisible depth, and I don't think I did that here. Yeah, it's all destroyed. So it's either stretch or it was move, and I'm gonna go with stretch because it looks like it worked. This mirror's bad, but that could be because it's AI upscaled. So that's not a part of the model I believe we don't have to touch, so. The belt looks okay. This doesn't look right. But it could be just the lighting, maybe? Try the lighting again, shift it. No. Then what's happening to this one compared to the other one? Oh. So it looks like it fades inward. So it goes around the corners to give it that folded looking effect. But here is where it fades inward. So then if we look right here, it's just doing it wrong. Or it just doesn't, I don't know. I actually don't know. Here, I'm going to utilize both monitors. You guys won't be able to see what I'm comparing it to, but it may help my workflow a little bit. Because this one's on the Atlas. It's as almost as accurate as I can make it be, too. That's the insane part. I think the only other issue is it's not stretching wider, so... Other than the weird pinching and lighting right here. It just could be not mirroring right. But honestly, it looks good. I don't think there's any more actual errors going on here besides that. So it looks workable, and then we'll try... Seems to all work, and I gotta let my buddy know. What's up, Christian?
Not much. What are you doing?
I am live streaming.
Oh. Well, maybe I should say some words that might get you banned real quick. It's a bad word. Oh, man, I'm gonna get sued.
We're getting a secret Christian appearance here.
I was calling you because I'm hiring you to do work for me, okay?
What?
So there is no ifs, ands, or about it. So this Saturday, show up to work, okay?
Why to work?
Because I hired you.
But it's a different job.
Yep. I'm putting you to work.
I don't work Saturdays.
You work for me Saturday.
Then what are we doing?
We're putting up a network. We're gonna put up some, we're gonna have a bridge connection between two buildings and a wired connection between two buildings.
Where?
At my work.
Oh. What time?
Oh, no, you don't have to do it. I was just like making you like, yep, okay, I guess
I was
I'm
like,
hired.
I might actually help, but if it's just like 7 in the morning, then I could say fuck that.
It's 1 in the morning. You're like, well,
Well, I'll be up in the morning at 1.
we're gonna get the after.
So, you work there?
I know. What is that guy doing on the building? Don't worry, I work here.
Yeah, you have it where it's like, oh, I work here, but this guy next to me, he does it, so you can arrest him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I work here, but that guy was following me. I'm scared.
Hey, this guy's stalking me. Can you get rid of him for me? It's your way of getting free labor out of me because now I'm arrested.
Yeah. You're like, this is right after everything's finished. You're like, yeah, okay, what a hard day's work. How much do I owe you? And I'm like, 911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, $911. Just put it on this thing that looks like a telephone, and it'll process your fee.
But I can do it. It's just, it's gonna be fun.
So you're overhauling your work's network,
Yeah.
and are you trying to get it done before they're like back up on Monday?
No. The fiber drops in tomorrow. I'm gonna be running a Cat 5e cable. I don't know why it's not Cat 6. I'm like, what did you want to make it better, or when we upgrade stuff? But I guess
Future-proof it a little bit there. Yeah.
yeah, future-proof it. That's what I meant to say. I'm like, Cat 5e. I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna be stuck with a gig. Until someone redoes it. I would have at least put in Cat 6 or 8, whatever the heck the newest one is.
Yeah.
So, but I know it's expensive, but still, at least
Investment.
Cat 6 would at least be better than Cat 5e.
Yeah.
And you would be at least better than a gig. I know with Cat 5e you can get higher speeds, but it all depends on distance,
Yeah.
And I'm like, with distance, you know, like, we're going pretty far with a wired connection. So we're just on the nick of, hey, it might get a gig transfer.
Oh crap! I can't do that yet.
But then we're going wireless for the other one, which I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but hopefully that's also future-proof. You know, we're spending another $1,000 on antennas.
Yeah. Hopefully the reception isn't gonna be wonky.
Yeah, but it's like big antennas. It's not like little bridge connection antennas. They're big. They're like as big as my chest.
Bruh.
Like my torso, like kind of chest.
I was like, what?
As big as my one nipple. That's a big connection.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'll have experience in it, and then I'll flee the market.
The
And
model.
then they're like, who the hell is doing network security? I'm like, well, you guys weren't paying me. It's not free service over here. Especially when, like, if to build a network, it'd be like $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Damn. I think what I'll do is I'll be like, I won't put it together until you pay me.
You have it all right
Like,
there.
I'm having everything ready, besides like just plug it in the fiber, you know? It's like, until you pay me. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, alright, everything's getting ripped out.
Undo it all.
Yeah. I just cut the cord. Like every IT meet you see, they just fucking cut the cords.
I can see you like holding it hostage too. They're like, yes or no. Yes means I stay away from it. No means I clip the cable.
Yeah. I just think it's funny, like, with IT, like, the meetings that they show, you don't want to mess with IT, man. He'll know everything.
We'll screw it up and you don't even know how to even get started on how to fix it.
Especially, I mean, they do have a guy who can do it. He runs his own ISP provider called Rodeo Network. But it's located down in Lewiston and all that.
Yeah.
And obviously, he doesn't want to do it, you know, because it'd be like a pain in the butt. Because he's like, you know, old. So he's more now tells people what to do, you know, that kind of ordeal.
Yeah.
But just imagine, like, oh, they don't want to pay me, so I left. The network's down. They can't work. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'd be hard to get another job. Yeah, what happened at his old job? Oh, yeah, he held us hostage. What? Yeah, he said, pay me or else.
He was getting a little hostile.
So like, man, I don't know if we should hire him. He's gonna put us in a hostage situation if we don't pay him. Well, what are you live streaming?
I'm doing Blender stuff right now. I'm working on the Mario Kart mod.
I see.
I was trying to fix Link's textures for like half an hour because I accidentally messed them up. So I'm a little behind on what I'm actually supposed to be doing.
I was playing Duel Links last night.
Yeah.
And I threw, I think it was YZ or XZ. I can't remember. Another new Dragon Cannon fusion card. I'm like, oh yeah. But I still want like the XYZ one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want the one. I need to find the other machine monsters of VW and those guys, whatever they called, VW, V something and W something. Because I have the fusion of the VW monster, but well, no, I don't have the fusion of him. I also need the fusion of him too. But I'm like trying to find him. I was gonna Google search it, but I was like, no, I'll keep looking. It says pay them $500 for both. I know how to pay Duel Links money to buy a cheap card.
You just have to gamble.
It's not cheap, man.
The thing is, I know I'm just trying to grind the gems, and they have that like event bingo right now, and you have to like, in order to complete the sheet, you have to duel in the tournament. Have you done any of that yet?
My ass smoked.
Yeah. My first.
Like, I summoned X battle machine or something, X head machine. You know, the X guy. That was the one machine guy I summoned. And then he's like, I synchro summoned, and does like 10 different things, and synchro summons everything in the nation. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I had that same issue because I had it where I summoned that Mirage Dragon that doesn't let traps play, and I was an idiot and didn't activate the axe that makes him stronger. Because I had a magic card, I was like, I'll wait till one turn to activate this, so I'll have something to make it strong. Because it would have given him 1,000 attack, but I didn't do that, and then it was his turn, and he did like a 16 play move where he got 4 monsters summoned onto the field with 2,500 attack.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I hate synchro summons.
And then, he just like one shot me basically, and I was like, if I had this one equip card, I would have higher attack than he would.
Yeah.
And I would have survived. And I was like, dang it. And then the next duel, I dueled a guy who didn't have. He was like a brand new player because his highest attack was like 1,000.
Oh.
And then I just destroyed him. And I was like, what is wrong with the tournaments here?
Yeah, the balance aspect. Like, it doesn't even read what cards you have. You know, like obviously you shouldn't be facing a synchro summoner unless you have synchro summoning monsters, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah.
Because like that's like a whole different cheat code with those synchro summoning monsters. Because like everyone synchro summons because you don't have the fusion or anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like that should be a playfield of itself, you know.
Yeah.
But I know there's people out there. No, it doesn't matter. You just gotta have better. I'm like, yeah, well, my RNG fucking sucks ass 9 times out of 10.
Every time I actually duel real people.
Look at my matches between Waylon. It's like a fourth of his wins versus my wins.
Yeah.
He's in the 55s. I'm in the teens. Okay. But yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's somewhat fun when you have an actual like fight instead of just one tag.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's nice to see, you know, different cards and stuff. I just wish it would be balanced out more. Oh yeah, we got the synchro summoning 9,000 here, and then you got your starter deck from because you just started the game. You're like, son of a bitch.
But yeah.
Oh, I thought it was funny. You have to watch one of the things.
A dual replay.
Yeah, I was watching one, and it was just synchro summon versus synchro summon. It was just like, I'm like, man, it looked like in 2 turns there was like 20 cards that were summoned and desummoned, and I'm like, what the hell, man? And they had like the same fucking deck too, so I thought it was goofy. I'm like, what is going on?
We found the meta deck of the season.
And they were both Yusei.
Yeah.
The main character of 5Ds, and I was just like, what is going on? I don't know. Synchro summoning, man. This is too complicated. Like, to me, like, I would have to really learn it and, like, understand the cards, you know, be like, okay, this card synchro summons for this, so then I could do this. You know, like, you have to, like, read, like, a book to understand the cards in just one deck, and I'm like, that's just so hard. I'm like, man, it feels like I feel like I'm playing chess when I'm having a synchro summoning, and then I'm like, I'm still in checkers, Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay?
Yeah, we're still learning checkers.
In checkers, man. Sometimes I get good enough to where I'm playing Chinese checkers, but still, I'm fucking.
It's still
still in
checkers at the end of the day.
And sometimes I fuck up my own Chinese checkers.
You're like,
I'm
a
like,
two-man,
I
a
gotta activate
two-play
this effect.
combo
I'm like,
is insane for me.
I'll be like, I gotta activate this effect. It wants me to, and I don't think about it, and I'm like, oh, it wants me to kill my own card, and I just lost. And I'm like, I wish it would let me read it instead of just activate it. Like,
Yeah.
what does this do again? It doesn't let you read it before you activate it. So that's all I'm like, let me read it real quick so I can activate it. I need to, like, in real life, I would read it, I'm like, what is this to do again? And, what we're doing. Like, let me look at this. And then we're like debating on what it means, and we're like, I don't know, man. The rules don't say what it means.
The you say.
And then we flip a coin. It's my meeting. Right?
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, but I'm back from Colorado.
I can see. How was the trip?
It was pretty cool. Did you like my race against the Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens?
I think the one I got sent was the animal.
The animal?
Yeah, you raced an animal.
No, it was a human person. It was Jesse Owens, like supposedly 30-yard dash time or something. I don't know. I'm like, holy moly, that guy's fast. And I was like, oh, no.
I need to double check now. I'm rewatching it.
They first go in that, stance. So that's probably.
Oh yeah, it was a person. They just had a weird after image, so it looked like an animal.
Yeah, I was all like, racing him, and I took one of my eye, I see him just running away, so I'm like, oh, you gotta pick up the speed, and I'm like, yeah. And
Yeah.
I just overdid it. I'm like, my feet's not ready because I did it.
I saw you hesitate, and you weren't like in the track's launching pose.
Yeah, I didn't like warm up, and so I just pulled a muscle, and I fell.
At the end, I thought it was for comedic effect too.
I was like, oh man. I was gonna say, but not bad. I would say that would be like a 4.5/40 if I stayed on my feet.
Yeah.
Which, like, if you think of like football stars, like a 4.40 is real good. But like anything under is even better. Off the road here.
He's
That
gonna
guy's driving off the road.
gotta be careful.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, like watching the Olympic stuff and learning, and not like really learning, but seeing the different like lamps or torches that go through.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the coolest one, in my opinion, and the biggest one was the 1994 Olympics. I was like, oh yeah, my birth year right here. It kind of looked like a sword. So I was like, yep, this is it right here. That's fun. So, anyway, I think I should let you get back to your blendering
Yeah.
so you can focus and get all the money from these watchers.
Me streaming to
This
myself.
ain't a free show, okay?
I'm streaming to myself. That's basically it right now.
Oh.
But you got to keep doing it. So.
Yeah. You just gotta remote into my computer and watch.
I'm not using bots. They're real accounts. See.
I'm not using bots. It's a real live computer. Well, who is 360 connections? Server. That's what we gotta do. We gotta bib our thing by using multiple computers in different locations. Just start setting up, like, I mean, they don't even have to be powerhouse computers. Get just like little pies, and then, you know, set them up in like your parents' place and that you can remote into, and then like a friend's place, and just like I get about 10 viewers every time I stream. I wonder if someone's ever done that.
Probably.
I wonder if they would catch on or something.
No, I think it could get you banned. That's the thing.
I mean, like, how would they know? You know, because it's different IP addresses.
I don't know. If you're talking about it on actual live stream, then obviously
Yeah,
there's the
I'm just
evidence
saying,
right
like,
there.
This is what I did. I'm just saying, like, saying someone who has done it, not saying we're doing it. I'm just saying if someone has done it and they've gotten away with it,
Yeah.
and like they're just like, yep, I stream a blank screen and just fucking have to.
To 30 people, just white screen.
Yeah, just fuck. like some Twitch reviewer finally gets a hold of his content. They're like, what the fuck? We've been paying him thousands of dollars, and it's just a black screen the whole time for 24/7. What's going on, man?
Like, might as well be crypto mining at that point.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool, though. Like, if you rigged the system that way when you were, like, younger and you made so much money doing it, you didn't have to work a day in your life, and everyone's like, how do you make money at it? And you're like, you don't want to rat yourself out, you're like, I just sit on my butt. Like, what?
It's
I don't do anything, I just
technically
get paid.
there's work, because if anything goes wrong, then I have to fix it really fast.
I'm like IT, you know?
Yeah, it's like when the internet goes out somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Just imagine if you're doing that and you made about $4 to $5 grand a month just by sitting on your butt and just making sure that things are going on with your computer.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you get super bored. It seems like we're just traveling or something, and you just remote in. And then like some major thing happens where you're down, you're like, oh, I gotta fly back ASAP. I need a one-way ticket ASAP.
Please.
It doesn't matter what it costs. This is my livelihood. Alright, well, I'll let you get going.
All right.
Alright, take care.
Have a good one. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, during the call for that, I was trying to get the beefres file for the squid model done, and I managed to get the bones, which are these, and I was trying to count how many we can use, because what I may have to do here is take Link's model with the head and find a way to pre-pose him and then only animate what needs to be necessary while the squid model appears for the... I can't even remember how many frames. I'm going to have to find a way to... I can't think of the words. I have to find a way to know how many that is to utilize for the said trick, because I don't know how to edit it. So, from the looks of this here, though, I have 3 for the arms, which would be enough for the elbows to, like, give off. Because my goal here is to make it so he spins. He does the spin attack. But I won't have any leg bones to use. And I don't think, don't quote me on this, I don't think adding any more, like if I do add more bones, I mean, so like, let's say I edit that one and add leg bones, I don't know, I think it would crash the game. So that's why I'm usually just going with the edited whatever this is to work off of it. But don't quote me on that, because it may be more customizable than I thought, but I'm just going off these and working off from there. So there's 2 arms, one for the sword, one for the shield. I can pre-pose his legs so they don't really move when he spins. And maybe his, like, head can move too, and then there'll be enough for some hat physics there. That's all what I feel like could be useful here. Can I use the symmetrize? Does the symmetrize work here? No, it doesn't. Because I need to move these guys perfectly. See, this is going to be the issue. But what I was doing over here was making sure the face textures are what they need to be for this. Because I think he's just going to have the one texture to animate with. I don't have any blinking frames or anything to use. Blinking frames, mouth changing frames. So this model will be what I'm going to have to use. I'm going to have to put the head back together, which means I might have to actually load up the other model. And I think this is it. So we have both of them open. This one I can just kind of stitch back together. So I'm going to take these 2, copy, paste it in here. It's going to bring the other skeleton, because of course it will. Why did it delete it? Did it just get huge? What happened? What happened here? I just unparent. Clear parent. Why does it delete it? I said clear parent. Clear parent. Oh, he's rotated. That's the other issue here. So we need to... Yeah, his arms now get weird. Why? Oh, is it because of this? Because they're parented to this one? For some stupid reason? Maybe that's why they're bent wrong. They're both parented to the wrong bones? So when I do this... Platoon boy... Why? Copy rotation. No. No. Look at this model. Splatoon boy and then Splatoon boy. Why is it only making some rotate? Copy rotation. Oh! There's a bone constraint on the entire skeleton for some reason. Which is super weird. Okay. Let's look on this. Still doing that weird distortion bone thing, which hopefully doesn't cause issues later down the line. Guess we have to do both of these, because for some reason some Link stuff isn't parented and then some is. But now he's back on the bottom where he's supposed to be. Take the face in this, copy it. Go back to here. Let's get rid of this link. Paste this one on here. And unparent the models. So IK armature, body eye. Yeah, shift them out of the armature. We can delete the armature. Why does it delete the whole frickin' model? Blender, stop being stupid. And now it doesn't. Okay.
Bruh.
So, he's now... Oh no, wait. We actually might want that back. We need to apply a pose to him for this to work correctly. So, I will not do that. We need to find a way to not rotate him and rotate this and the other bone. We don't want him to rotate. He's rotated for some reason. I don't know if that's going to cause an issue down the line, but one thing we need to do with this version of the model is put the shield on his arm and tell this to be on the hand vertex. So we want whatever vertex it's on now, which I have no clue. Let's go to weight paint and just take it off. I think it's there it is. So take this, this, remove off spine, and then some more on spine 2. Got it. Remove. Look at some more. Looks like none of them are now, and then I can now move the shield. Oh no, with the handlebar. Oh, shift into 3rd gear. Did the handlebar have anything? Yes, it did. So I'm just gonna hit spine 1 remove, spine 2 remove. I think that was it. So now we can... How would Link hold that? I'm just trying to picture it in my head. No. Sword, shield, grip. So when he's doing this, you'd want it. Ugh. Kind of like that. There we go. And then we just need this to complete, the shield needs to completely copy his hand R. Hand R. And R we want 100%. So now when we move this, you should move the shield with him. And when we rotate the hand model, which, because I'm using the inverse kinematic arm, I think, yeah. Oops, that's not the IK. See, the goal we're trying to get here is to get him to get into that iconic pose. Actually look at it really quickly. So, Link, spin, attack, vert. Okay, there's the one from the instruction booklets. I want the one that was on the banner. I have a banner. Kind of wish I could see it here, but I might just have to show you guys because it's over here. It'll probably get green screened out. Ugh. I need a pose kind of like this one. Oh, I won't show it. Like that. So I need to get him into that pose. I might just have to lay it down here and look at it. Okay. It's just going to be interesting with how these inverse kinematics want to challenge me. So let's get him with the spine. Looks like he's way bent over and having the left arm. These are interesting positions. Oh wait, that's the one that's going forward. Yeah, it's the left leg over this way. And kind of like that. It's bent wrong, but we can fix that. Oh, it needs to be bent lower. Okay. Yeah. Then the knee needs to go this way. And then the foot needs to be flattened out. And then he needs to go forward more. Kind of like that. And then he needs to bend his spine. He needs to start moving his arms. Where's the IK? There it is. Oh no, it's this way. Don't worry, the dead air is part of it. I'm just focusing. Oh, that's the weapon. We need the hand. And L. There's the weapon. Where is hand? Where's the hand model? Did I never tell it the hand to copy rotation? I did not. Let's hand L. Copy rotation. That's one thing we're gonna have to fix on the actual model, by the way. We're gonna have to do that really quickly. IK armature, hand L. Base space. Now we go back to this one. There. We just need to move his elbow at and then move the hand. Kind of like that. IK. That's not the IK. What I wanted. Oh, I keep picking the wrong one. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna hide this. And then do the names. First play. That is not what I'm on. Names. There we go. Okay, IK hand. Not it. It's like over his shoulder like that. And oh. I wonder if I can still find the image, because like this looks right but looks wrong at the same time. We need like one static camera angle to base it off from. Because his legs are in a much different position. I'm not doing the legs right. So I hit the Windows button by accident. No! There we go. So I'm actually going to go see if I can find the image. That's closer. This is the art. But we need the original one. Maybe it's technically not the spin attack there. He's just posing for a certain pose. Now that I think about it. So that's what I was trying to do. And would want to be more that way. Oh, his elbow's bent the wrong way, I just realized. What is happening with his legs? Yeah, let's just do the basic version again. Don't worry, his knees just look wrong because these are bent. Trying to pose it myself here. While I keep pressing the button that hides it. So we want to start something like this when he does the transformation. So if we go back to the Splatoon, the animation for all the jump C's, I believe. No, maybe C looks like he doesn't transform. And then, so it would be B. Kart jump B. Jump B. Jump B. No, that's throw. I'm stupid. I gotta read these all correctly. Hold on. Jump B. M bike jump B. And then S bike jump B. That's when they all turn into squids. And then you do jump squid. So he does that. The frame number doesn't... No, it does matter. I was about to say it doesn't matter, but it does because that's the code that he turns into it. I just can't remember what frame. I did have all the colors and stuff. All the code, I mean. All the code that told me when, like, the colors changed in the pattern. There's like a palette that changes. And that's the reason why his arms don't do anything when he does this, because technically he's invisible that whole time. So he'll be visible and then turn invisible about here. And then comes back at like frame 50 and then drops down. And then all's what matters in that frame in between is where he does like the spin. His elbow looks a little bent back. Should it be higher? The issue. Look at the elbow here. This might be able to help bend it. And then you bend it down. And then when you bring it around, it can go. Because I think as he's spinning, he's going to have to bend his arm around to make it look like it's more fluid instead of just a static. Oh. And then we're going to have the fake bones where his hair go up. It looks like he's jumping in the air. But almost everything else can stay static. His knees can stay static because we don't need any knee bones, which is why I'm saying this should be the base root pose for that new model. I just don't remember how to copy it at this pose other than applying the armature. I think you just do that. He stays like that. But we need the one where he is, I believe, just one model. So let's double check. Splatoon Squid. Objects, body and body. Yeah. The Squid's just one model, while Splatoon Boy is the face texture and then the body texture. So we have to combine his face, which we can do once we apply. So we apply this, take these two, and then stitch them together. These two merge vertices by distance. I think those are all these ones. So now he's just one model. And this is when the Link's face texture comes in handy for the base unit. So this Link model will have this face texture. We don't want that. We need the UV maps though, because we are going to... Oh no, it's not selecting it.
Oh no!
When you go into UV edit, bring the texture out. Go back to here and see. Oh, it could be this one. Yeah. This needs to all be transferred to... I just need a magnet. This one, hold on. There we go. It's magneted. Now this entire side will be transferred over to the big texture atlas. So now we hit assign. His entire face gets destroyed. We do divided by 2. Move it over here. Oh no. What do we do to him? What do we do to him? Oh, maybe that's why. Hold on. He looks like Special Link. Close enough. But now he's on the one texture. So that's all that matters. But this is going to have to be a squid texture, which Don't quote me on this. We need to actually double verify before we even think about finishing this project. Okay, the squid does have its own actual textures. So that means if we go back to... We're going to have to load up Ryujinx. No. We need to go to emulators and games, switch ROMs, mods, not mods, dumps, ROMFS, driver text. Here we go. So Splatoon Boy texture 0. These are his textures. And he has Splatoon Boy and Splatoon Squid, which is a 256 by 256. It's half the resolution. But I'm wondering if maybe we save resolution on these. We did have enough to upscale this one back to 512 by 512 or something close. And then this one's blue. So these aren't palette swaps. Sometimes the game could do that. And then this one's different color. Okay, good. Because I'm like, if they use a palette code to swap the color for him, we have to fix that. And I think a long time ago, I was looking on a stream where I did that, and I was able to disable the palette switching. Because when he does this little trick and jumps into the squid, he glows that color for a few frames. And what I did was just turn it to nothing. And I may have to relearn how to do that, but I recall doing that at some point. So that's good to know. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, that's his body texture. Jeez, that's all over the place. And then the normal map is baked into this one. So where's the normal? There it is. Normal map, 512 by 512. So much going on there. But yeah, so now we're working on this pose, which we may have to repose. This is just an experiment. So what I need to do now is go back to here and make sure he's rotated 90 degrees. And then replace the model. We will make a lower texture version of all these. So let me just close all these. We don't need any of these anymore anyway. And then grab the finished ones and just downscale them. So let me go back to that. PJHK Work stuff. OOT Link. Combine textures. Want these three. Load them all up. Image size. Let's do 250. I didn't. They're not linked. Chain them together. 256 by 256. Save as. Let's see here. We'll do 256 ver. Album green. No. And then image size 256. Making them an 8-bit file really shrinks them down. Leave it. No. And oh, I didn't even image size this one. 256. And in the 256 version, and then close it. And that's all what we needed for that.
Nice.
And now we get to see what it looks like on this model. So we're going to take that file in the shading tab. Alb Green 01, 256 version. Just see how much of a resolution change it is. Ooh. I mean, it's also because it's 8-bit. But, I mean, if you're at typical gameplay distances, this is a 1440p screen. He's about that big in the game. So it wouldn't be still too noticeable. And maybe if I find a way to, like, on a bone, it would have to be on a bone, have a little, like, swipe Swipe can kind of block some of the texturing. And maybe I could try what it looks like. No, I can see what it looks like on a non 8-bit version. There we go. So we'll do 56 and then not smaller. We'll do Alb Green B2. Go back to this model and load her up. Yeah, it's a lot less noticeable. Obviously, there's that resolution bump when you go to this one. But you don't see that weird dithering. But it's less compressed. Because when you go to this one, you can see the dithering. But that's okay. And that's a test version anyway, so... I'm just going to put it here, though. So I'll do OOT Link with squid bones. V1. So we still have to take this and reassign it with the squid bones. I don't want to do that now, but it could be something I do soon. Because the first thing I got to do is still see what his scale looks like in the game. So that involves actually playing it. Oops, I opened up the wrong thing. And it's always, this is the part where it gets kind of fun. And we get to see if the game crashes. So I need to go manage mods. No, open mods folder. Open mods directory. Pack 2, ROMs, driver text. I have it there ready to go, but Splatoon Boy. So this is unedited Splatoon Boy. We need to go to the texture thing and save a copy of that too. So I'm going to find that really quickly. Emulators and games. Switch ROMs, dumps, driver text. So we want all of these. Splatoon, at least the Splatoon boy ones. Splatoon girl ones will be later. Because driver text. These are what we're going to be replacing the actual textures for his model with. So we'll do that in a minute, but we got to do the model first and then test to see if even the model will be imported correctly. So if I'm going to close this just to make sure I'm not editing the wrong thing, and then go to driver. We already have the backup Splatoon boy, so we can start messing with this one, and we need to go back to the one link here, and I believe he has to be exported like this. Because that's how you do the 90 degrees with this skeleton. So we need to make sure his body name proportions are correct. And select the face, the model, this, hit file, export as, I think it's FBX. Let's go and add new folder and do OOT Link exports. And then do selected objects. I think you do 0.01 scale. And just send it. So I'm going to close that. This is a duplicate of what I was working on. I'm going to close all three just because I actually don't know which one I opened. And I'm going to go to the one that has the mods and not the normal game and screw up the game's files. So now we go to here. Models, Splatoon Boy, replace. We want OOT Link exports. I don't know if we need to rotate bones yet. We want import bones, don't use material, inject mode, keep original skin count, body, eye, save. Okay, so he wasn't rotated right, but it looks like his skeleton was imported correctly. So let's do it again. Rotate by 90 degrees. Wait. I did it wrong. I think that said rotate bones. Yeah, rotate bones. We don't want it to rotate bones. We want it to rotate him. So we do import bones, rotate 90 degrees. Don't use material. Keep original skin count. There we go. So now he has the weird textures, and he's that big. And then we have to start looking at some of the animations. So he's still trying to do all the stuff that Platoon Boy would do. I'm gonna hit save. I think we have to compress with Yazo. I do not remember the settings I had for that. Hopefully I did something correct here. He's slightly bigger. Hopefully the game won't crash. Now we play the game and hope he loads in with the Splatoon models. Because now we need to actually go into the driver texture folder and change that. So I'm going to do that really quick.
Mario Kart!
And just do his body texture. I'm going to hit replace. We have to go to OOT Link, combine textures. I think this is it. Album green. It'll automatically do what we need to do here. I'm going to go OK. Hit yes. It got bigger too. Ooh, that's not good. But I think technically the Switch version of Mario Kart 8 is more stable in terms of how much extra memory we can overload it with. So there's Ganondorf. There's Malin, Talon, Ingo, and then game crashed. That's not good. It could be what I'm telling it to export. I mean, different compression level. I'm pretty sure 3 is the default. Or it could be the version I'm telling it to export as, because I usually do save as. Let's do... I think it's different. There's different types of beef res here. Beef res. Yes. It could be because he's too big. It's so weird to see him have his textures. So I wonder if it could be both of these, by the way, causing issues. So we can change the... How do we do this? Let's see. There's Alb, there's the pupil. We can change the pupil to be just something... How do you do it? There's a way that just tells you to change it to be just a little square. There used to be a way to do it. Come on. Play vertical, preview gamma, edit, fill color, rescale to 1:1. So 1:1. This could shrink it. So let's go to here and save it and see if it changes. Yes. It did. So, you can slowly change these two. But that's a 1:1 now. There's the specular map. And then the squid. Let's replace the lower poly model. Replace with the 256 version. Green. Yes. And then it went way up. Why did it go way up? It could be the type of format it is, maybe? Let me, oh, no, I'm trying to click on it. Let's see. Tile mode. Format. Data size, 42 kilobits. What was the other one? I need to find the original really quick and compare. I need to open up a third file. Emulators and games. Switch ROMs. Dumps. Cybertext. Toon Boy. 314 is the base size we're working off of, but we want this. So 9 map count. We have that as well. They're both 256, both BC1 sRGB. Use sRGB true. Name, Platoon Squid Alb, access range texture, depth 1, swizzle 0. I don't know what the heck swizzle is. It says data size 64.5. So 64.5, 64.5.
Bruh.
But it bloated to hell and back here. And then this one is 257. And then this one is 257. Could be lying to me though. Is it because I closed? Do I need to update it with the new? Trying to say it's 257. This one's 16 bytes now, and then this one was 32. It's still bigger. I don't like that. It just could be the type of colors, maybe. I don't want to have to use the lower size versions of them. But I'm going to blame more the model maybe's unstable. I don't remember what I did in terms of their compression algorithm and stuff. Because now we have this, and then the pupil, if I go load up Ingo, I don't think the pupil model even exists. So, Hack 1, driver, he's Waluigi. There's Ingo. So, Waluigi. And then objects, embody, and the embody eye. Yeah, I don't even have the pupil. I didn't even bother. I think I deleted it for space. And then there's textures here. Here's the pupil normal map. Which we don't use, so how do I edit the texture? Right here, right? Fill color, resize to 1:1. Go back into here. That's the texture. I'm just gonna go with that. And then back to Pack 2. Pack 2, ROM, driver, Platoon Boy. Oh no, he might be crashing because the weapon bone is on the wrong hand, and I was right about that. Because it's supposed to be parented to the hand R. That's the unedited one. Let me go back to the one we were editing. Yes, compress. It didn't change sizes. I don't like that. I edited files in here. I believe I did. Yeah, that's the normal map. That didn't save me any space. And a lot of, oh, look, there's the ambient occlusion maps. Those take up quite a bit of space too. But mostly normal maps take up a lot. If I can just do a smaller version of his normal map, it might actually save us some space here. So I'm going to attempt that really quickly. Albo and normal V2. That's what we want. It's so subtle. But, oh, I did a 25 version because my keyboard didn't want to work. 256. File, export, save as. I'll do an 8-bit version. Why not? And then Albo and normal 256 version. And then replace this 512 by 512 version. This. And then hopefully that. Oh, that didn't change colors like the other one did.
Oh no.
That may not work right. We'll see though. Looks like the face one isn't changed yet. That's okay. I didn't have them for the faces. I'm just more curious to see what the file size changes here. File, save, yes. They go up? And what's the regular one? 2055. I think it's the bone though. The whatever you call it, the weapon bone is probably causing the game to implode. Oh, that's almost creepy. Okay, well, we'll try again and load it. See if he works. If he doesn't, I'm just going to have to try and reparent the bone and deal with that issue down the line. We can mess with this one later. Then just get this link working first. Trying to do 16 different things at once doesn't help, so I keep pressing B. Not multiplayer. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's just the file size, I guess. Oh, cool. They do have their own sounds. But yeah, so now I can put Young Link and Adult Link right here. That's the goal. OOT Link will be both. So now he completely has different textures that don't load up with what he has. And then he kind of does here because his specular map and stuff aren't fully imported. So now, scale-wise, he looks pretty good. Would you agree? I would agree. The bone doesn't matter for this weapon. And in terms of how big he is on the bikes and stuff, other than his hand models being slightly off, because I think they're trying to accommodate his finger bones. I didn't bother with finger bones. On here, you see these ones sticking out. Those are so his fingers can bend twice, but he just has a fist at all times. Somewhat, I did that for somewhat lazier reasons, but yeah. The other thing about his hat model for wigging out, that may just because of the way his animations are for the squid and not for his own. We will figure that out with due time. But it looks like the file size is still very sensitive, which is good to know. I just need to learn how to compress those better as images. I can't even remember what Ingo's file sizes are for his textures. 128 by 64, 256. But it's that better version of them. And then specular map. But yeah, I used a 256. And we're trying to use a 5. Well, that's not here. Driver text. We're trying to use a 512. Oh, wait, no, this is the non-modded one.
Bruh.
So... this one. Act 2, driver text, text 0. And it's already bigger. It's hitting like a memory threshold limit or something. But these guys, I can make smaller. 512 by 512. Hopefully I can keep that. Oh, hey, we have both of them in. So now we can see what it looks like when he turns into the squid. Oops. In a race. I want to see that just for lol's sake. Do you see that bone freaking out because it's trying to go to the other part of the animation? Please don't crash. 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 He does. See, I gotta make him do something else when he does that. Because he fades and he turns blue. Did you see that? We gotta change where he doesn't do that. That's the only problem with this character. It could be because I'm using FBX, by the way. DAE, as far as I remember, compresses better than FBX, and that could be why he's also bloating so high. Because I believe he's way less polygons than Splatoon Boy originally was. So maybe if I re-import him as the DAE, he may compress better. So let's take this model here. We do that, and the bone. Export as DAE. We'll do link exports. Limited to selection only. Include armatures. I don't remember if the scale matters for that. So now we know this one's working. We go with diffuse. We know this one's working, so I kind of want to make a backup of it just in case. So here in mods, contents, pack 2, ROMs, driver, Splatoon Boy. This one will be the... Or I wish it would just rename it. I guess I'll rename it. No, I'm just making a copy of it. So this is already existing in the... whatever you call it. We don't have any music playing right now, by the way. The original file. So that's my backup. And now we're going to attempt to... Did you see how it still tried to load his pupil in? Unless it was loading in something else from somewhere. I don't know. Which was interesting to learn. So now we're going to go to replace... Go back to pack 2 OOT Link. OOT Link exports.dae. No, is FPX the compressed version? I need to learn. Hold on. That's the backup. So there we go. So this file is 2082 kilobytes. And then we want to import DAE. I don't know what needs to be changed here. It's different for this scene.
Bruh.
What did I do wrong here? Texture options. .dae. What did I do wrong here? Fluid animations, no. Use objects, instances, Blender profile. I used to use this for that. Why is it called scene? I'm incredibly perplexed. Maybe I didn't use DAE? I have to almost go look at my old Do they even exist? Some of these I moved, so might be Project HK devlogs. Okay, it's been a while since I've done a devlog update. My melatonin's kicking in, so I'm kind of chilling out. We just got S-bike animations. I got 2 to test to see if I'm even like putting them in the right spot. You know, like his hand isn't floating. It isn't floating above, let's say, like the handlebar or something like that. So let's go boot up Ryujinx. This isn't it. I'm finding the other file while this is playing, by the way. We need 2020. I just opened up 32 or 2023. Wii U devlogs. Holy Lord, I found them. Thank you, Windows, for. We're streaming it in. You actually have to double check. I think I have to reinstall. No, restart my computer because I just reinstalled GeForce Experience. We should give it a second. But anyway, we need to do devlog update. So it looks like the program I'm using. I actually did some research on GitHub with the people who made these, and they don't have a lot of support for importing and exporting animations. So I still can't get over the fact I made the animation that I did, and I'm archiving it. Here we go. It's actually been a little while since I've done a real dev update, but this might be some big changes going on here. This is going to be a long. This is going to be a long one because this is the part where I start importing models, skeleton replacements, and stuff like that. So let's go into. I was on Windows 10 back then. I think it should be in here somewhere. Give me a moment. Okay, so self-bone-test.dae. We're going to import bones. Don't use a material. Advanced settings. Inject mode. Okay, so there's still visual things. Oh man, how do I get rid of these? Because I would love to get rid of these and change the names. So that was before I didn't know I'd have to actually use the in-game bones. This is probably just animation. We may be getting into the big moment here, guys. So, we're about to import Ingo here with animations for the cart and see if they crash at all. So the first thing we're going to do, I should probably turn this down even more actually, 28. That's probably a little more bearable. We need to find his this part. Import bones. I'm a little confused. Keep original skin count. Okay. I'm a little confused. Still using the old bones. Alright, it's time for another devlog. We're way timed again. Here we go. I have imported. I haven't tested. That's what this recording is for. Just like is every frame. It'll tell every single calculation of every single bone. And if you look through, that's an SMD file. Got the model in, which is funny. Dev update time. So I have learned fairly. Ooh, geez, the file did go up a considerable margin from another 100 kilobits. I'm learning. I've learned over time that for some reason it's either my microphone lag or the lag that the sound is being fed into, which now that I think about it, probably isn't being delayed. This has nothing to do with the game.
Use that same excuse for the foreseeable future. So, I'm sure you want to know what's the new.
Oh man, here we go. So, in theory, then one by one, we got him this. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing here. Cart damage, deform. Oh. All right. Quick explanation time while the game boots up. I've had to do a weird workaround to keep my old skeleton to work with the skeleton that Mario Kart 8 needs to run properly. I found a way to mirror the actions perfectly. You just have to bake the animation from the custom skeleton to the skeleton Mario Kart 8 uses. Vlog number blah 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 blah. So it seems I might have a saving grace with the whole animation progress I've been having to deal with only animating my first ever character into Mario Kart 8. Here, if we look at my classified document here, where I have a checklist of all the animations I need to do successfully, properly, and nice for Ingo so far, I have done extensive research on why half of the animations I used to have, which are now not checkmarked, why they weren't working properly in the game, and that was mostly because the custom bone I made for Ingo
Doesn't work.
which included
Doesn't work, right?
what would you call it? Oh yeah, like an actual bone mesh that wasn't unique. It's complicated. It was a custom skeleton that was supposed to copy Waluigi's bone names to Mario Kart 8, and the problem with that was the orientation of the bones didn't match the ones that Waluigi had, so when he did things like turn his head dynamically while racing, while you would be like passing, bones right here are colored properly, they can't create these inverse kinematic things for them because of them being all technically disconnected, connected bones. It's a complicated thing. It's the reason why you see these little dots everywhere. Well, I think I might have found a saving grace because there's something on this form I found on the Blender Exchange, Blender Stack Exchange, that said technically you can take the other rig, which I'm going to have to find a way to map it 1-to-1 to each bone.
Okay, I already know how to do that. I thought I would have had progress on updating the model.
For fuck's sake. I think we finally... One more thing to factor. I'm not going to put this in the... Well, I might put it in the document if I rewatch this video, honestly. I just don't have time to...
A lot of these
type
are
it in
unnamed,
something
by the way,
way.
so that's why I have to go
But
through
I
these.
think, after reading this post... I actually explained it in quite good detail. I'm not showing you guys. Because this dude wanted to know how to just do hair physics in general. He just needed to learn how to assign the bones. But what I'm learning from this is I think when I load Iggy and I put any model over that, the reason why Peach's hair physics is wigging out is because it still thinks it's loading Iggy as a character, which only has 2 hair physics, where Peach has 3, I think. Da-da-dum, dev, update, test thingamabobber version 9.0, deluxe edition, director's cut. I think I fixed the arm animation, so let's, Okay, so I'm gonna... Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun, devlog. One more thing to factor, I'm not gonna put this in the... This is just the weirdest... It's not because it has a different, code set. It's because it only thinks there's 2... Alright, I procrastinated practically all night, and I've been working on Malon's hair physics, trying to get the quirks of it over the past maybe 40 minutes total, and did some editing. I simplified it down to 2 hair strands because that's how much Iggy uses. The only thing, since I had to rebuild this model from scratch, because re-exporting vertex weights kind of, I assume you're going to have to just reload it from the beginning. She's still too big. That looks weird. But, yeah, I don't like her hand doing that thing. But her hair is acting differently now. Obviously not like how I want it to, because it's bending weird. And I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that. Maybe I should load her over a different character and see what happens. This actually... I might not have to go through all these devlog updates. What I have to do is go through the project files themselves. So if I go back to... We'll use the Wii U devlogs folder. I'm going to get music back in the background. Super duper quiet. But what I need to do is go back to... I think hopefully I put them all here. Pack 1. Edited Ingo. And then... let's go by date modified. There's a phone call from Oklahoma. I'm not answering that. A lot of these are PNG images. Ingo disconnected from bones. Ingo self-bone test from 2023. Has even my Switch version been working for that long? And I just started importing that? Image crispy, AO. I need to double check. Disconnected bones. I'm going to open this up. Because I need to figure out body, eyes. This is just the bones. These may be outdated. This may be an outdated file. It might be in a folder. Mario Kart with MK8 skeleton and custom skeleton. This may be closer to what we're looking at. You can go 2 skeletons. Oh, yeah. If this is what I used for the other one, and then I just hid the Mario Kart 8 skeleton. There we go. So this is what we were looking for. We just need to see where I exported the file from. I think I used FBX files. I'm going to conclude with that. That's probably... It's probably just a lot of its texture space. So let's not even bother with that. Link's model is imported correctly and it runs without crashing the game. We just need to change the specular map, the normal map, so he's lit properly, and then start importing animations. And the squid model. And the shader stuff. Because look, that's the whole code right here on the right. So when the squid jumps, there's the ones it transfers into, and I can't remember how to change that. I wish I could do it right here. But, wait, material target. What does it say? Oh! Can I change that to just target something that doesn't exist? So Splatoon color and jump squid. Jump B. So jump B, by the way, is this. That's what I was telling it. It knows when to change the shader parameters. The thing that sucks is I don't know. I thought this is what made them disappear and appear. And if I could find a way to get rid of that, I could make it so they didn't deload the other model the whole time, which I don't think is possible in this. Because that's a shader parameter animation. This is what color it tells it to, and then when to fade it in. I wish it just loaded the model and unloaded the model. I have no idea where that code is. If that was the case, I could just disable that and not have to work around this whole second model BS and delete it. Or make it so small it takes like no file size so it still reads it and doesn't crash the game. I'd have to look and see if that's still possible in the code or not. I have no clue though. I think that requires more reverse engineering than what the emulator can actually do. So, I'm closing things out. I still kind of want to work on this later, but I feel like I've streamed long enough for today. So, it's only been 2.5 hours. I'm a little mind fogged. I'm going to take a break and then try and work on this later. So, maybe next time you see me streaming... Oops. The next time you see me streaming, it'll be hopefully mid-animation. Because I'm going to start doing texture optimizing. Try and figure out how I did that with the other version to keep this resolution higher. I might have to try like JPEGs and stuff, which is going to be a little annoying. But I'll have to do texture optimizations and animation testing and exporting, which means the whole Maya BS again. Or try doing it through Blender. But I'm going to try to do some of that offline, and then next time I stream, hopefully you can see Link actually being animated properly, and then we can start making icons and all that junk. So, thank you for watching this stream. I will see you guys later, and say bye.